Hi guys, it's Lillian Lightborn here and welcome to Model Grocery. So today on this page, we're going to be talking about how to stay safe as a fashion model. And I feel like this topic is so necessary and so needed over and over before things get bad, before situations come up where this has to be discussed. I think that's probably one of the first things models should learn before you learn how to pose, before you learn how to walk in heels. We need to learn how to be safe. And this is not a conversation anyone had with me. So I'm hoping that this conversation will bless your life and it will help you be aware of the things that might not be okay. Let's get into it. You should always get everything in writing, whether that be an address for casting, what your agency tells you, the details. Get everything in writing because there might be times where things are said that are not supposed to, but because you have it in email, you get that thing in writing. So many times models have had encounters with their agents where they're telling them to lose weight, don't eat food today, or they tell them something that happened that was wrong and the agent's response is not always great. Have it in writing. Emails, sometimes having face-to-face conversations are great, but having proof that you had the conversation, having proof that things took place is always smart. So get it in writing. Also, you should always read your contracts thoroughly. Models, oh my gosh, okay, listen. Everyone trying to get the bag. We all want to get contracts. We're running, ripping and running. It's all about getting that contract. But we need to make sure that we actually read the contracts thoroughly, understand everything that it says before you even take a pen anywhere near that thing. It's okay to take your time. Don't let anyone rush you into signing the contract. If someone is rushing you to do anything, then red flag. If someone is rushing you to sign a piece of paper so you can travel somewhere, so you can do this, I get it. You want to make sure that you're doing seasons well, you're in the campaign season, fashion week season. I get it. But in the long run, you have to look out for your future self and make sure that you're looking through these contracts. Because some contracts, you will not even realize they're taking all your money. And that is a safety issue too, because why are you going to another country? You're going there to make money, and then you go broke and you have no way to buy food, and no way to purchase another ticket home in case your agency doesn't provide that, nowhere to stay. You don't want to be completely dependent on your agent. You do not want to be completely dependent on your agent. I have to say it again for the people in the back. It's important to make sure that you have a foundation for yourself. Read the contracts, get an attorney. If you can't afford an attorney, there's fashion groups out there for models that will make sure that you have someone to read your contract for you. You're not alone in this. You're not the only one that's dealt with issues with your contract. Read it thoroughly, make sure you're able to get out whenever you want. Make sure that you're able to get your money. Make sure that you're gonna be paid money. Make sure so many things. It's okay to ask your agents questions. If you don't feel comfortable asking your agent questions, find out who in the agency, like an accountant or the person that deals with contracts specifically, find that person and have conversations with them because it's going to help you and bless you in the long run. Plus, you could have another conversation with another model. You might overhear them having issues with their contract and you might have a solution for them. Keep your passport. I don't know if this is things that people do or not, but make sure that you have your passport at hand. Do not ever give it to someone else. Don't give it to your agent. It's important that you have it because I know a lot of places, a lot of evil people, they will take someone's passport so they're not able to travel. This is practice. A lot of people do this. Even brands that we love, they will bring people in to work in their factories, take their passports so they're not able to travel. And that's not safe. This is things that we need to be aware of in our industry so that it's not practiced again and again. So if you go to an agency or anything in the fashion world, period, and they want to take your passport, that's a red flag. Do not give anyone your passport because you don't want to be withheld from traveling. If you lose your passport, make sure you know where your embassy is in that country. So say for instance, if you are American and you're traveling to Italy, make sure you know where the Italian embassy is, have those contacts at hand, because I guarantee that your agency will not provide that for you and they won't help you in a time of need. And that's sad, but they're not your employer. They're not going to act like your employer. They're not going to provide for you the way that you would hope they would. So make sure that you have all that information at hand. Don't shoot swimwear, lingerie, any type of undies without your agency knowing or without prior consent from you. If you show up to a set, to a casting, and they're asking you to take off your clothes and you're going to shoot in the underwear you have on at the time, if you didn't know that was going to happen, you have the right to ask to come in another day, and you also have the right to decline. Because you're coming in as a fashion model, as any type of model, and you want to get the job and you think that this is what has to take place at a casting, if they didn't tell your agency prior, then that's not okay. And if they think that it's nothing wrong with that, they need to be in the habit of letting agencies know that this is gonna happen. I remember I went to a casting once, and every model knew that they were supposed to bring a bathing suit, they were gonna be shooting in underwear, and my agent didn't tell me. I don't know why. And I know we have this whole notion models should always be prepared. Okay, I get that, but mentally, physically, you're able to say no. You don't always have to be in that I'm ready for whatever mindset.